the moon, planet's little baby brother, cousin, little rib that got teared apart from its rib cage. It's an incredibly powerful companionship that's been around for millions of years. Got separated by, some say, by a big explosion, a big collision with a huge asteroid that was coming from out in the space, and that generated what we know today as our beautiful moon. Phases are usually between 28 and 29 days, and there used to be a time where humans, they followed their time machine according to the moon. Rather than thinking that the sun was the center of the universe, at some point people believed that the earth was center of the universe, and they saw the moon changing its shape, or at least the areas of it that would shine at night. And it was so repetitive and with such amazing accuracy that they would follow it along, and they would determine a lot about their lives based on it, which makes a lot of sense because it makes a lot of sense. It doesn't. I don't know. What do I know? Who am I? Right? I don't know. Some stuff I do know. Like, for instance, if you Google tides, ocean tides, and then you match that with the calendar of the moon, you're gonna notice that both the full moon and the new moon, they're gonna have especially high tides. And same with different kind of moods around the year. It's gonna be the same thing. You just Google it. You don't need to believe me. Just follow your fingers to the keyboard and Google it. Then again, I'm not an engineer or anything like that, but in my head, that mean that there's some kind of magnetism attached to the moon phase. Not just the brightness, not just the little shape forms with the light that gets reflected on it. No, there's on top of that, there's a lot of magnetism. So could be anything. I don't know. I'm not an astronomer, right? I don't know exactly what's the distance from Earth to Moon at all times. I'm thinking, I'm almost positive it must be slightly different at some point than another, and maybe further apart, away, and sometimes it's a little closer. And that, for me, that makes a lot of sense as far as being a little more magnetic or not. Now, how about the brightness? And yeah, we get affected by it too. Once again, I'm not an astronomer. I'm not a scientist. As a matter of fact, I barely can speak. But I can Google stuff, and I have done it. And I made research. And I found that not just in humans, but a lot of life, especially mammals, they tend to be in their most reproductive state. They tend to ovulate more often on a new moons. And according to what I read on the internet, because the internet is right all the time, these may have occurred because after millions and millions and millions of years of occurrences, biology learned that when it's a new moon, it's going to be especially dark outside. So just to stay safe, it would have been much better to keep inside, to just find refuge and hide. And what do you do when you're hiding? That's right, you put Netflix and you have... Biology learned a couple tricks like that, and also that on full moon you could actually stay outside for longer. You could actually see things if you needed a little extra bite, or if you're a little bit extra hungry. You could actually... Am I getting pulled over? you could actually do it. You could actually stay out longer and go hunting, or better cases, just dance, burn shit and dance. So why do people get together for the full moon? I don't know. Maybe because we can burn something and dance, right? It's getting really dark now. So this is what I learned about tonight. It's the buck moon. Buck for the buck's antlers, because apparently in nature, at least in the northern hemisphere, that's when bucks, they grow the antlers. This is the time of the year for them to do that. So I guess that's what they call it, and it's been like that forever. So it's humans being humans and tracking down what nature does and trying to get the best out of it. The moon is starting to come out in the horizon. It's very, 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 very little yet, but I can see it. It's out in the horizon. That little light in the middle of the screen, that's where it's at, and that's a lot of hippies walking by. But the moon is coming. The moon's rising out in the horizon. It's a little bit cloudy out in the horizon, so it's not exactly, like the super moon we're all waiting for. But it's so pretty to see it outside, to see it out there in the background. It's just mesmerizing. I don't know if this audio is coming out or not. And I'm sorry for the very dark footage, but it's nighttime. Anyway, I hope to get a little more light soon. I hope and those two guys are standing in front of the moon now. Oh, come on. Anyway, let me give you a little description. It's basically orange. It's pretty orange. And it's behind the clouds, but come on, little girl. There you go. And it's supposed to be 10% larger than usual. So fingers crossed it's gonna be above the horizon, like at 20 degrees pretty soon, and hopefully we're gonna get a better look at it. Yeah, it's a little bit cloudy out. Still, it's a very beautiful sight. Don't miss it. Check the calendar. We know when those are gonna happen. We have been knowledgeable about those things for thousands of years now. We know with the accuracy of amazingness when these things are gonna happen. So just don't miss it. Go outside and watch it. And your sunrise too. Come on, and the sunsets. Check it out. We are a bunch of lunatics. Not just because we want to be crazy, but it's ingrained in our DNA. It's millions of years of evolution where we've seen full moons and new moons coming and going since forever. It's ingrained in our DNA. And every time we get access to a better visual of it, it just gets even worse. We're connected to this planet and to the planets beyond that. We're connected to stars, we're connected to absolutely everything, and you can tell by dancing by the moon, you can feel its energy. Come on, you gotta admit it. The other thing I can tell by experience, maybe not so much personal experience, but people I've talked to, is that medical personnel of hospitals I've talked to, they claim there's more deaths, there's more births during full moon. Ask your doctor, ask your ER personnel of choice. Go to the hospital and ask them, ask Google. We're connected to the stars, we're connected to the moon, we're connected to absolutely everything there is. It's pretty cool.